If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Johnny Fastlane here. So, Lil TJay and YK Osiris put on the gloves and box it out. And Gunna says that Young Thug's the greatest rapper alive. Plus, Troy Ave gives his 2 cents about the 6ix9ine and Jim Jones situation. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, yo, this is funny as hell, right? And this is pretty much just a classic example of 2 rappers in the studio bored as hell, right? So it seems like they were like in Florida or something at Sean Kingston's crib, right? And so that's Sean Kingston's like backyard or court or tennis court or basketball court or whatever, right? And the situation is, I guess Lil TJay was there all night, you know, recording or whatever, and that YK Osiris showed up in the morning and was like, hell yeah, nigga, mad energy, let's box it out. And you know, I guess they got to boxing, and apparently, you know, I think that Lil TJay lost. The only reason why I say that is because it seems like he's making excuses. First of all, it's no real clear cut of who won and who lost, but it seems like Lil TJay is making excuses, talking about, oh, I was tired and blah blah blah, right? But anyway, so after this, Lil TJay actually did a video responding to everybody in the comments talking about it.
Osiris is all cap. More cap.
Be patient. Be patient.
Hey, yo, you heard I was at Kingston crib, no sleep. For me, like, whole night. I done played ball with Herbo. Done played 3 one-on-one matches. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the stew. I made 2 songs. Your boy came the next day at 11:30 like, yo, I want a box. For me? So I'm like, alright, fuck it.
Pick your head up. Ooh. When he turn, don't stop.
I was just playing with your boy. You feel me? He don't want to get it again.
Now this is funny as shit, right? Because on the comments of this video, he says, 6ix9ine says a bunch of crazy ass laughing emojis, right? And then of course Lil TJay responds back to it, and Lil TJay is like, I'll knock you out, right? 6ix9ine says, the only thing you knocking out is 17,000 album sales. Funny ass shit, right? And then YK Osiris, of course, saw that Lil TJay did a video, so he does a video responding to Lil TJay.
TJ, we get another round in. I got 30,000. Let's do 40,000. Right. I spend it on, you know, I spend it on the light Monday. Let's do $40,000. Let's do it. Hey Toy, don't start that, bro. I got my gloves. Let's get in tomorrow. Don't do that. Don't do that right there. Cause you're gonna be the next victim, bro, my brother. Yeah. You know what, y'all? I want Tory Lanez. Y'all tell Tory Lanez what's up. I wanna fight him. I want to put the gloves on. I want to get with him. I want to get with him. What's up? And don't back down. You back down for me, man. It's a problem. Let's do it.
Also, he responds to Tory Lanez because in the comments, Tory Lanez was like, y'all niggas footwork is horrific, right? Funny as shit. And then one more time, you know, YK Osiris comes for Polo G too. And he's like, matter of fact, I'm boxing Polo G tomorrow.
Me and Polo G tomorrow. Me and Polo G. Be ready. Gloves up. Let's get it. It's that. Scared of a singer, nigga. Y'all keep saying singing. Y'all scared of me. What's up? What y'all scared of me for, man? I'm innocent. Polo G. Polo G. Don't duck me.
At the end of the day, this is funny as hell. It's entertaining as fuck. And really and truly, I mean, like, these niggas ain't got no beef. I mean, they literally are just fucking around and boxing because ain't shit else to do, right? But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
What the fuck is that? Do you think something's gonna happen to Tekashi? Do I think something's gonna happen to Tekashi? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. If we wanna... I mean, let's just touch on it like this. If niggas talking about the streets and the street codes and shit, well, what should happen technically is probably Jim Jones should have him murdered because he sent Jim Jones, man, Mel murdered in jail. You know what I'm saying? And their old bloods and the gang shit. So, you know, when the gang shit gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. It's fucked up. I mean, we'll see if it happens. I'll say streets is a myth. Just ain't nothing gonna happen. You know?
Alright, yo, so that is Troy Ave talking, right? And Troy Ave has been like so controversial in the last couple days. So, alright, he has a new podcast. That's the first episode of his podcast. And he talked about a lot of stuff. That thing was like 2 hours long, right? He talked about Charlemagne. He gave Charlemagne like the Cake Booty Award or whatever like that. He was shouting out Bosco. He was, you know, saying Charlemagne is an op and all this and that. I mean, just crazy stuff, right? But then he started talking about 6ix9ine, right? I guess people were asking him questions and somebody asked him, do you think something's gonna happen to 6ix9ine, right? You know Troy Ave is from Brooklyn, he's from Troy Ave. And so he's like, nah, I don't think nothing's gonna happen to 6ix9ine. He says though that the streets is a myth and that really and truly Jim Jones should take care of 6ix9ine. Jim Jones should handle that because he sent Jim Jones's mans, you know, Murder Mel or just Melly or Mel Matrix or whatever y'all want to call him, to prison for a very long time. And you know, apparently Murder Mel was the general of 9 Trey. So now Jim Jones, one of the 9 Trey members, probably high ranking, left there by himself while everybody else is locked up. You know, Troy Ave is saying that Jim Jones should do something, right? He also says that the streets is a myth though and that Jim Jones ain't gonna do shit, right? I don't think that Jim Jones should do anything. Jim Jones is a grown ass man worrying about his businesses and his clothing line and Dipset, and maybe, you know, they're gonna battle the Locks on Versus or G Unit. Like, I don't think that he's worried, one, about 6ix9ine, or two, about really being in the streets like that, right? But I don't know, man. That's Troy Ave's, you know, mentality. And y'all know, the other day he tells my son to suck his dick because my son said that he's a rat or a snitch. And the whole situation is, y'all know Troy Ave did say that, you know, Taxtone did something to him. He did point the finger at Taxtone. Taxtone wasn't his homeboy. Taxtone is his op. But the whole situation is, if you sign up for this street shit, then even if your enemy comes at you, you can't just call the cops on your enemy. You gotta handle it in the streets, right? But anyway, that's Troy Ave, right? Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, yo, so this ended up being bigger than I even thought it would be, right? So Gunna says that Young Thug is the greatest rapper alive, right? And so I'm like, okay, cool, right? Who cares, right? But everybody on Twitter seems to be like, what the fuck is wrong with Gunna? This nigga saying that Young Thug is the greatest rapper alive, oh my God, right? So here's the whole thing, right? First of all, do I think that Young Thug is a super great rapper, greater than a lot of rappers alive? No, but Young Thug is an innovator. Young Thug has dope music. Young Thug has changed hip-hop fashion-wise and music-wise, and as quiet as it's kept, Young Thug has a lot of hits, even though he doesn't really chart on the Billboard charts like that, right? But at the end of the day, I don't think that Gunna is talking about Young Thug as the greatest rapper alive because he just loves Young Thug's music, right? Young Thug signed Gunna to his record label, YSL. The reason why Gunna is a multi-millionaire is because of Young Thug. So of course, Gunna is going to be loyal to the nigga that changed his life and say, yo, Young Thug is the greatest rapper alive, right? Just like, I don't know, Royce the 5'9" probably thinks that Eminem is the greatest rapper alive because Eminem is responsible for making Royce the 5'9" a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, right? And it makes sense, right? I mean, I don't think that Young Thug is in my top 50 at all, but I don't think that it's Gunna's fault for thinking that. There's mad people from Atlanta who think that Gucci Mane is the greatest rapper alive because he put them on, right? The only other person that I think Gunna should have said is the greatest rapper alive is probably Gunna. Like, Gunna should have said, I'm the greatest rapper alive, and then it's, you know, Young Thug. But he said it's Young Thug, and that's cool, right? And so y'all are looking at it from a fan's perspective, and he's looking at it from a, no, this nigga is a stand-up guy perspective, right? Some people think LL Cool J is the greatest rapper alive. I think DMX is the greatest rapper alive. Gunna thinks it's Young Thug, and hey, that's cool with me, right? But let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Johnny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.